Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be showing stepwise procedure on how to carve a permanent maxillary right central incisor, and according to the FDI numbering system it is 1-1, and the instruments required for this carving session are carvers, a scale, a divider, a wax block and a polishing cloth, and don't forget to use the Macento sheet. Okay, so now take a wax block and draw vertical lines on all sides of the wax block. As you can see, I am doing here. These provide as a landmark, so for a better carving. All the four sides you have to remove the wax like this vertically. Now next step what you have to do is mark the labial, lingual, mesial and distal. You have to mark it, so it becomes easy when you are doing carving. Now by using a divider and a scale, measure the crown length, that is 10.5 mm, but you have to take 1 mm extra for a good start. Now mark it on the wax block on the labial side. Now by using a carver, draw a line and then extend it to all the sides of the wax block, and then you can see now you get the size of the crown, that is 10.6 mm, but the actual side is 10.5 mm. Divide the crown portion into incisal 1/3, middle 1/3 and cervical 1/3 by using the carver on all the sides. Okay, so the next step what you have to do here is, this is the labial side. On the mesial side you have to make an outline of the crown of the central incisor. So when you make the outline has to be like a mango shape, as you can see here. Now what you have to do is, by using the divider and the scale, once again measure the labiolingual dimension, which is 7 mm. Okay, now mark it on the wax block. Okay, so now the outline is matching with the measurements. Now by using the carver, remove the wax around the outline. Okay, be careful, do not to remove the excess wax. Along the outline you have to remove the wax gently, and then by using the carver, which is slightly blunt, remove the excess wax, just scrape it. Okay, just polish for a neat look. Now by using the polishing cloth, polish the surface for a smooth look. See, it's smooth now. Now by using the divider and the scale, measure the mesiodistal dimension. The mesiodistal dimension is 8.5 mm. Now mark on the wax block on the labial side and mark an outline of the crown. Now by using the carver, remove the excess wax from the side and polish it. See, you have to remove it from the sides, from the mesial and the distal sides of the crown. Make sure you have a lingual fossa on the lingual side. As you can see here, a little bit of depression. Now remove the wax gently around the cingulum to make the cingulum smooth and to make it more prominent in this case. Now overall, make the crown smooth by removing the wax on all the sides and make sure the dimensions of the crown are exact. Now you can see here we are removing the wax from the lingual side and making the lingual fossa more prominent, and the cingulum in the cervical 1/3 should also look prominent. Now here on the maxillary right central incisor, on the distal surface near the incisal third, the crown should be having a rounded angle on the edge as compared to that on the mesial side. The distal surface on the incisal edge should be rounded, whereas the mesial side should be straight and sharp. This is the final step for the crown. This is the final touch up. Just you have to make a small groove like pattern on the lingual side so that the cingulum is more prominent. You have to show it, and then it's done. Your crown portion is done. Now for the root portion, you are going to move to the root portion. Then take the divider and the scale, measure the length of the root, that is 13 mm, and then on the wax block place the divider and mark 13 mm, and by using the carver you have to make a line and extend it on all the four sides of the wax block. Now for the carving of the root, the first step you have to do is gently remove all the wax along the sides of the wax block like this, like I'm doing here, and then you have to move on further. Now as you have removed the excess wax along all the surfaces, now just you have to scrape out the wax gently to give it a nice polishing look, a smooth finish. You have to just scrape the wax by using the carver. Here you can see that we are getting the shape of the root, the tapering shape of the root. Now you don't have to remove the excess wax, you just have to scrape along all the surfaces, just remove the tiny bit of waxes so that you give a nice polishing look, a clean look to the carving. By using the polishing cloth here, gently polish on all the surfaces, and here you have a neat polished look of the carving. Now in this step, to differentiate the root from the crown, you have to make a cervical line. So by using the scale, mark the cervical portion of the crown, and then just by using the carver, gently make a cervical line. So now you get the exact measurement of the crown and the root. Now extend the cervical line along all the surfaces of the tooth. On the mesial side, you have to extend the cervical line, then you have to extend it on the lingual side as well as on the distal side. Now you can see here that our carving is complete. A neat, polished, fine carving of a maxillary permanent right central incisor. Thank you.